Okay, so to review, what we're working on is how to simplify fractions. Okay? And again, when you're writing a fraction in its simplest terms, you are simplifying that fraction. Okay? So now we're going through the 4 things that are going to help us remember, how do I know it's a self-check if I reduced my fraction correctly? Or just like I said, have I simplified my fraction correctly? So the first one is the numerator is a 1. What is a numerator? Caden. The top part of your fraction. Good. So these numerators are all 1. That's how I would know I have successfully made a simplified fraction. The second one is your denominator. What is your denominator? The bottom number in a fraction is prime. Uh-oh, that prime word again. Okay? So my denominator is a prime. So 3/5, 1/3, 5/11, 4/7. All of these denominators are, in fact, prime. 2/23. All of those denominators are primes. Yes.
What if your odd number is not?
We'll get there. Okay, just give me a second, okay? Do not use odd or even. None of that's going to be working. Don't say, oh, my denominator is odd or my denominator is even, so therefore it's reduced. That's not the case. The third rule is your numerator and your denominator are consecutive numbers. Does anybody know what the word consecutive means? Anybody know what the word consecutive means? Gracie, girl, you want to try?
The same.
Nope. Okay. Nothing I know of. The Dallas Cowboys have never won consecutive Super Bowls. There we go. What do you think that means now, Kaden?
Like in a row?
In a row, back to back. Excellent job. Is that what you're going to say, Grace?
Yes.
Good. Back to back or in a row. Exactly. Good job. So, for instance, 3/4. 3 and 4 are consecutive numbers. Okay? 7/8.
Does it have to be
21
one away?
over 22. Yes, sir?
Is it one away? So is that
Essentially one away.
No, we called it one away.
Okay, one away. The real vocabulary word is consecutive. Okay? The true math word is consecutive, not one away. So even though I have even numbers on the bottom on all of these, it doesn't matter. This one works because why? Why does the 6/7 work? Other than the fact that it's consecutive. Cassie. Okay, but why? No, but why is this also a reduced fraction? Other than the consecutive rule, what else makes it? Allie.
Because 7 is prime.
Good. 7 is prime. Then finally, there's an instance, ladies and gentlemen, where they just don't fall into a rule. Okay? They just don't fall into a rule. Okay? They just don't fall into a rule. So, we're going to say that the numerator and denominator are only divisible by 1. And you're like, I don't understand, that does not make sense. We'll do it in a little bit. Okay, so that means the numerator and denominator is only divisible by 1. Okay, your numerator is not 1, your denominator is not prime. Uh-oh, they're not consecutive. So how else can I prove to Miss White why my my fractions are simplified? Okay, Emma.
I just have a question. Okay, so are you just listing some ways to find out?
These are going to be your main 4 ways. These are the 4 main ways that you're going to be able to say, Mrs. White, I know my fraction is simplified. I've done my work because one of these 4 rules. Okay? And this is the proof. I like proof. All right, here we go. So now we get into the nitty-gritty of how to simplify fractions. You guys, I know have done this. This is somewhat of a review, but I'm also going to end up showing you 2 ways. Okay, so
I was shaking.
okay, all right. So let's take the fraction 24 over 32. Okay? So there's 2 ways you can do this. You ask yourself, what numbers do they share? What numbers can they both be divisible by? Working on your divisibility rules. What numbers can 24 and 32 both be divisible by? Ethan. Okay, you said 4. Wow. Excellent. So again, you're also going to hear me say, whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Or whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So ladies and gentlemen, what is 24 divided by 4? 6. What is 32 divided by 4?
8.
Okay? Does this fit into my rules?
Yes.
Is my number, is my numerator a 1? Is my denominator a prime?
No.
Are they consecutive numbers?
No.
And then finally, that 4th one, are they only divisible by 1?
No.
Or can they still be simplified? How can they still be simplified? What do they share? Xander, what do they share? What numbers do they still share? What are they both still divisible by?
4.
Oh, 6 cannot be divided by 4.
6 times 4.
We're reducing 6 sweetheart. Divided by what?
2.
2, because they're both what? Even numbers. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Is 3/4 simplified? Yes, it is. Why?
7,500?
Because they are
Oh.
consecutive, back to back.
And then you could do it 7,500.
But that should know it's asking for simplest form and fraction. You're right, that is 7,500. All right. Watch this. Could I have done this? 24 over 32. I could have done this. Because why did I do it? They're divided by 2. Why did I say they're divisible by 2? Nice job, Daisy, because they are both even. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 32 divided by 2 is 16. They're still not. They're both still even. So that means they're both still divisible by 2. That would give me 6/8. They're both still even. That means they still can be. That gives me 3/4. Okay? Was A or B more appropriate?
A.
Really?
B. Both. Both.
Why both? Why do you think, Kaden? Why both?
Because they both equal the same.
You're right. They both got me to the same answer. Now, if you want to know a simple solution, is this right here. Watch this. You can use GCF. Means this right here, 24 over 32. I know that this is this. It's divisible by 2. divisible by 3, divisible by 4, divisible by 1, because every number is divisible by what? 1. 2 is not, 4 is, 5 is not, 6 is not, 7 is not, 8 is not. So I go through and look at my factors, and you know what? 8 is my largest. I come over here. So now that's option C. Who is more correct? A, B, C. All three of them are correct. But the pro of using a GCF is that you do it in one step. Okay? I think C is the easiest, but again, do you always have to use GCF? No, because there's some smaller numbers that you can just look at. You're going to get so good at this, guys, that you just look at these numbers. Okay? You just look at these numbers. All right, so let's do one more, and then we'll move on. 12 over 18. Both of those are what? Even. Okay, great. Both of them are even, and so therefore they're both divisible by what? 2. What is 12 divided by 2?
6.
18 divided by 2? 9. Okay? Is 6/9 a simplified fraction? No. I don't have a numerator, not 1 on my numerator. My denominator is not prime because 9 is not prime. And they're not consecutive because they still can be broken down even smaller. By what number is that, Jaden?
3.
Excellent. Because we know that 6 is also divisible by 3, and 9 is also divisible by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Is 2/3 simplified? What rule, Jason, do you know that 2/3 is a reduced or simplified fraction?
Because it's on the lower number.
No, it's the third rule. Look at your notes. It's the third rule. Emerson, what's that third rule?
It is that the numbers are
The numbers are consecutive. 2, 3 are consecutive. Watch what else I could have done. Again, can you still use my divisibility rules and see what number they both have in common? Absolutely. Can I use my GCF? Absolutely. You're going to want to toggle between the two of them. Yes, ma'am?
What if you already knew the numbers?
But here's the deal. Okay. So her question was, what if you already knew? That is my goal for you, is to use already to see those relationships between those numbers. My goal for you is not to have to do the GCF. My goal for you is to see those two numbers and realize that 2 is not the largest number that they can go into them. Okay? Good. Because my goal is for you not to have to do that. Okay? But in order for you to get there, you've got to practice. Okay?